Okay, enough chit-chat. How exactly do we have a wake-initiated lucid dream? If you spend any time researching lucid dreams online, you will find about 1,000 different silly acronyms describing various techniques. The important thing to know is that all wild techniques follow the same basic steps. The first step is to find the optimum time to induce a wild. Next, you need to relax in order to fall asleep. Step 3 is to maintain awareness as you fall asleep, allowing the dream to form. It is this step that differentiates the various wild techniques. You need to pick something to focus on as you relax and wait for the dream to form. Without this anchor of awareness, you will be swept away by your thoughts and into a normal, non-lucid dream. We will discuss all the various anchors of awareness in the next module. Step 4 is the fun one. You must enter the dream. Wilds are often very unstable at first, so the last step is to ground yourself and stabilize the dream. Timing is important for all lucid dream techniques, but especially important for wilds. You never want to attempt a wild when you first go to sleep at night. Think about it. If you attempt a wild at the very beginning of the night, you will have to maintain awareness and focus for over an hour until your very first REM period. Even a seasoned meditation expert would likely have trouble maintaining focus for over an hour just to have a dream that lasts a few minutes. This is why we want to perform a wake back to bed, setting an alarm to wake us after about 4 to 6 hours. As you remember from our sleep cycle talk, the second half of the night is chock full of REM. It is infinitely easier to maintain awareness for 5 to 10 minutes before a dream starts than having to wait over an hour. So when exactly do you set your alarm to wake you up in the middle or in the ballpark of REM? This is where experimentation, a key ingredient for a successful lucid dreaming practice, comes into play. You could try a trial and error approach to finding the best time to attempt a wild by setting your alarm for different times between 4 and 6 hours of sleep. Or you could take a more scientific approach and try to track your sleep cycle. This is why it's so important to keep a detailed dream journal. When you wake up throughout the night, record the time, especially if you just woke from a dream. Throughout the night, we have many periods of brief awakenings, often directly after REM. Since you should be waking up to record dream notes or full dreams during the night, this should be easy. You can also use auto-suggestion to wake you up after each dream, using an affirmation like, "I will wake up after each dream," or "I will wake up after my dreams." Assume these wake times are just after a REM period and track them on a hypnograph, like the one provided with this course. Just note that the provided hypnograph is used for demonstrative purposes and your actual sleep cycle could look much different. This exercise should give you a good enough idea of what times to target when experimenting with wild. If you are technically savvy, you can use a smartwatch or similar sleep tracking device to track your sleep cycle. But use caution, these devices are not always the most accurate when recording the exact stage of sleep. They are better to provide a general breakdown of your night's sleep. At this point, you have chosen your target wake-up time, woken up, and spent 5 to 15 minutes rousing yourself before returning to bed. Now, you need to relax. Just remember, the goal here is to fall asleep, but consciously. Use whatever body position you normally use when trying to fall asleep. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you what position it wants to be in. Some bad advice I see online is to resist your body's urges to roll over or to scratch an itch. Would you do this when trying to fall asleep normally? Or would you scratch that itch and roll over so you can sleep? The goal is to fall asleep, so do whatever you have to fall asleep. Take some deep, relaxing breaths. With each breath, tell yourself, "I am relaxed." Try imagining yourself walking down a flight of stairs, each step becoming more relaxed. If you normally sleep to white noise or sleep audio, put that on in the background. Experiment with the position you choose to sleep in. Many wild practitioners find success by sleeping on their backs. I find starting a wild on my back helps to maintain my focus, as I don't naturally fall asleep on my back. If I am having trouble falling asleep, I will then flip to my side and continue my wild attempt. If you are having trouble relaxing, try the popular body scan relaxation exercise. Start by tensing the muscles in your feet and toes. Hold the tension for a second or two, then release all the tension. Now, tense your legs. Hold the tension and release. Perform this sequence of tensing and releasing your muscles all the way up your body. Also, relax the muscles in your face. You would be surprised how much tension is held in the jaw, forehead, and shoulders. After you complete this exercise, your body should feel warm and heavy. Try listening to the included Body Scan Relaxation MP3 that is included with this course. It will give you a step-by-step walkthrough of this exercise. Step 3 is the trickiest part of executing a wake-initiated lucid dream. You need to maintain a constant presence of mind, a light focus on the present moment as your body falls asleep. You will need to endure a barrage of random thoughts looking to steal away your attention. It only takes a moment of distraction, and the next thing you know, you have fallen asleep into a non-lucid dream. You will also have to maintain a steady, calm composure as you fall in and out of hypnagogia, being presented with a number of unsettling hypnagogic hallucinations. The key is to hold steadfast onto an anchor of awareness. This is anything that you can attach your focus to, whether it be a mantra, a visualization, your breathing. This is where all the different wild techniques differentiate themselves. All wild techniques follow the same basic steps. It is the anchor of awareness that changes. In the next section, we will go over all the most popular and effective anchors, rather than detailing the countless wild techniques one by one. The trickiest aspect of this step, and the aspect that requires the most practice, is developing a proper balance of mental focus versus mental laxity. If you are too razor-focused, you will not fall asleep. If you are too lax in your focus, your thoughts will pull you away into non-lucid sleep. Lucid Dream author Daniel Love explains a technique that he calls catching the butterfly in his Lucid Dream guidebook, Are You Dreaming? In his technique, he uses the present moment as his anchor of awareness, mindfully observing his thoughts without being carried away by them. He writes, "Consciousness, if you try to grasp at it, too often will simply become more erratic, flying faster and further out of reach in order to escape. The trick here is to let it do what it does naturally. Like a butterfly, let it dance between the flowers of thought as it wishes. As you do so, you will find that it rests more often, making it easier to observe. Simply keep aware of where it lands and continue to ask with each new mental experience, is this a dream? I think this is a beautiful and poetic way to explain the proper balance between focusing too hard and not focusing enough. Continue to keep a light focus on your anchor of awareness, allowing yourself to relax deeper and deeper into sleep. Now you must wait. Hopefully, you have timed your wild attempt optimally, and you will only have to wait 5 to 15 minutes. What happens next may vary between each attempt, and you can enter a dream a number of different ways. In one moment, you may be experiencing hypnagogic hallucinations, then suddenly realize that you are not laying in your bed anymore, you are in a dream. It can happen that suddenly and abruptly. Or you can witness the hypnagogia become more and more intense, ramping up until suddenly you feel your entire perspective bend and shift as you watch the dream world literally form in front of your eyes. It is a unique, mind-bending experience that is very difficult to describe with words. It is very exciting, to say the least. Another possibility is that the hypnagogia will ramp down, seeming to stop altogether. You may think you have failed, but don't give up too easily. Try visualizing a dream scene that you wish to enter. Imagine it with all your senses: sight, smell, auditory, and tactile. A dream will likely form based off of what you visualize. If everything goes dark, try rolling your dream body off of your bed. That may seem silly, but give it a try. With just your thoughts, imagine rolling your body off of your physical body or peeling your dream body limb by limb off of your physical body. It is possible that you have entered REM sleep, but no imagery has formed yet. Visualizing or moving your dream body will kickstart the dream. This step is relatively easy. If you are patient and maintain the right balance of focus, all you have to do is relax and wait. I recommend grounding yourself whenever you become lucid in a dream, but it is doubly important for a wake-initiated lucid dream. The dream is so fresh and new, it is often very unstable at the beginning, so take just a moment to stabilize your new dream surroundings. To do so, engage all your dream senses. Take a look around, take in the sounds, reach out and touch something solid, like the ground or your dream body. Try rubbing your hands together. This is very effective. Perform a few reality checks to firmly establish your new dream surroundings. Take a spin. Spinning is a popular way to ground a dream or even change your dream location. So that is every wild technique in a nutshell. Pick the optimum time frame, deeply relax, lightly hold your focus onto an anchor of awareness, wait for the dream to form, then ground your newly formed lucid dream. That makes it all sound so simple, doesn't it? Make no mistake, wilds take a lot of practice and experimentation. Experiment with what time you wake up at night, recommended between 4.5 and 6 hours, that puts you in prime REM sleep either right before or in the middle of a REM cycle. Experiment with how long you stay awake before attempting a wild. You want to rouse yourself enough that you are able to focus on performing your technique effectively, but not too much that it keeps you from falling asleep. You need to fall asleep to dream. Experiment with different anchors of awareness, the thing that you are focusing on while you wait for the dream to form. Find the right balance of mental laxity or focus. If you find you aren't falling asleep, loosen your grip somewhat on your anchor of awareness. Let your mind wander for 5 to 10 seconds. See what happens. You will feel your body getting warm and heavy as sleep approaches. Lastly, it will help you greatly to develop your meditation, mindfulness, and visualization skills during the day to prepare your mind for your night practice. More on this later.